Hey, what's up? This is Brian Pfeiffer with BachelorVegas.com. I'm standing here, guys, in between the Flamingo, which is right behind me, and over here is the Cromwell. Okay, the Cromwell is where Drai's Beach Club is, and the infamous Drai's Beach Club, probably the most infamous hip-hop pool party in Las Vegas. And this video is going to be all about the 2023 Drai's Beach Club, their lineup, how to get in this place, get tables, bottle service, etc. And hopefully you guys get some good information out of this video, and if you have any questions, you can make sure you hit me up, and I can help you book your table, etc. So let's talk about Drai's Beach Club, their lineup this year. They got a pretty solid lineup. They're big hitters, and one of their big hitters is today, actually. His name's Rick Ross. He's here on a Saturday. It's lit. I was just up there. It's packed. I got a beach couch up there, and it's a good party. And they have other big hitters like Meek Mill. That's probably one of their other top guys. Some of their other names that you'll probably see on the lineup on Saturdays typically is going to be like French Montana, Gucci Mane, Jeezy, Juicy J, Big Sean. Those are kind of like their main ones. I know they have Cameron on their lineup for Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is Wiz Khalifa, Meek Mill, and Cameron, and Wiz will be here too, here and there on Saturdays. Generally, the programming for this place is going to be Friday. It's going to be an open format party. I see Maria Romero is one of the DJs here, but they also have some other ones. I know they have Bia here this coming Friday, but that's kind of a rare event. They're booking something big on a Friday. And then open format means, you know, top 40 hip-hop, EDM, Latin, a little bit of everything, okay? So it kind of appeals to everybody. The pricing's not bad. You can get a nice bungalow for like a $3K minimum, maybe tip for a little bit lower minimum. That's how their system works over here. And then, you know, the pricing for the rest of the stuff's really reasonable. So price a little bottle or two, and you get a nice section. All right, and then Saturdays is obviously going to be their bigger, you know, day. That's going to be their big artist day. That's when they're going to find their big hitters. And, you know, they get today, obviously, Rick Ross. Memorial Day, I believe it's Wiz Khalifa on Saturday, Meek Mill Sunday. So big lineup for Memorial Day coming up here. And then Sundays they're going to be doing a carnival party called Carnival, and it's going to be a Latin party. So that's going to be a new thing for this year. That's just kicking off next, I think it's this weekend or next weekend. It's kicking off early April here, and they're going to be doing a Sunday Latin party. So that's going to be kind of a new thing. We'll have to see how that sells. You know, this is typically a hip hop pool party, and then the Sundays are doing Latin. They're leaving the hip hop now to the daylight party, and they're doing some hip hop on Tao Beach on Sunday. So if you're looking for hip hop Sunday, probably not going to find it here at Drai's. You might be jumping into a Latin party. So keep that in mind. Now, as far as getting into this place, tickets is probably always the best for like a Saturday. We do work with a guy that does guest list here as well. I generally don't handle guest list, but you can go onto the website below and click on that to get on the guest list, and the promoter will reach out to you. As far as bottle service goes, that's when you're going to hit me up. I'll be able to help you guys out with that. Let's talk about the table sections and whatnot and what's available here. Obviously, we'll start kind of at the top, and we'll work our way down. All right, so the best table in the whole place, that's called the owner's bungalow. That's bungalow number 1, and that's the only bungalow in the place that has a pool in front of it that's not shared. Okay, so you get the bungalow and your own pool for today, but it is on the one end, which is less desirable than being in the middle, but it's your own pool, so you can't really beat that. But that's always going to be the highest price tag, and then the bungalows are the next highest price tag. Those are the ones that are basically when you walk into the right, facing the DJ, they got the pools in front of them as well, but they're shared. Okay, so you share it with the bungalow next door. So you never really know what you're going to get. You can't really pick your mate, your neighbor, if you will. But usually it's pretty good. They do a pretty good job of monitoring the bungalows, and usually everybody's pretty friendly that's able to afford those and whatnot. So generally, really don't have any problems with that. And the next level up from that is going to be your grand cabanas. There's 2 of those. They call them the X-Set cabanas because they have a X-Set play, gaming up there, and you guys can play up there and do the cabanas. They're the bigger ones in the middle. They have their own bathrooms. And they look over the DJ from the center. Okay, so those are pretty big, roomy, bigger for nice groups of like 15 to 20, and they call those X-Set cabanas. Those are a little higher than the regular cabanas, which there's the North Mezzanine cabanas, and then there's the South Mezzanine cabanas. Okay, those are all about the same price. The North Mezzanine cabanas face the DJ. The South Mezzanine cabanas, face the party with the DJ on the left. The cool thing about the South Mezzanine cabanas over the North is they have their own bathrooms in the cabanas. So you don't get that on the North. You kind of have a shared bathroom in the back, but on the North you get a smaller pool that you have access to with your wristband, and that's kind of like a shared pool for all the upper cabanas. You don't have that on the South Mezzanine cabanas. All right. Now up there also on the North Mezzanine, they do have mezzanine daybeds, and those are kind of like little small lily pads. Mostly that's just to be around the pool up there, have your own little private pool. The way it works at that pool, if you have a mezzanine cabana or a mezzanine table or a lily pad, they're called, bed or whatever, you can get a wristband, and then you get to go into that little pool. Now, if you're a group of guys and you want to bring some girls up to the pool, usually that's okay. But they're not going to allow other guys up there unless you have a wristband. All right, so that's kind of how they keep the upstairs a little bit more VIP. And then down on the main pool deck, we already talked about the bungalows, but you also have the couches, okay? Now there's couches that are in the shade. Those are kind of like the patio dance floors from the nightclub. They flip those around during the day, and those are nice. You get a little bit of the air conditioning coming in from the inside, and they're in the shade, which is very desirable when it's 120 degrees out here. So I got one of those today, and the guys were actually really happy with it because it's not so freaking hot. Like on the other end, where you got the patio couches that are in the sun, and there's like 2 rows of them to the left of the DJ, and then on the west end, there's a big row of them. There's a couple that are like full use, and there's a couple that are like L couches, but those are all considered like the patio couches. Those are nice for groups of like 10 people. Gonna go up to 12 on those if we need to. But those are very popular. They're nice because you can sit down on the couch right by the pool, kind of basically on the pool deck facing the pool. So pretty cool. Those are cool. And then behind those couches on the pool deck, they have daybeds. Okay, and they seat the daybeds for usually 6 to 8 people. And those are nice too for a smaller group. You just want to chill out, get a little umbrella shade or some sun up there. Those can get kind of hot as well. But those are behind the kind of along the glass, and then behind the couches. Okay, and then I did notice today they actually seated some tables behind the couches in the inside of the club, so it must be so busy that they're actually selling some tables inside. So I'm guessing those are going to be basically about the same prices as the couches or the daybeds. But that's rare. I never really saw that until today, so that was kind of interesting. But other than that, that's besides the pool. Now there's also some seating along the pool. Those are called the pool banquets, and those are kind of I don't know, they're all right. Some guys really like them, especially the ones that are near the DJ. You have to pay kind of a premium for those or a tip to get one of those right by the DJ, but then the other ones are along the pool. Now, biggest problem with those I see is that you're right along the community pool, so everybody kind of has access to your edge. It's not like you get the table and that edge of the pool is your pool. It's not. It's a community pool there, so you got to keep that in mind. You're going to be kind of sharing that edge with other people, but your table's right next to the pool, and some people like it. You're in the action, and you're right on the pool, so those aren't bad. Those are the entry-level tables on the pool deck, and those are about the same price as the mezzanine daybeds, and they're okay. If you just want to get a nice table right next to the pool and kind of be in the action, those are perfect for that. So other than that, that's pretty much it for the bottle service options. There's not that many choices here, but so you go, pool banquets, daybeds, beach couches, basically mezzanine cabanas, south or north, the X-set cabanas, and then the bungalows, and then bungalow number 1, which is the best one. Those are your options, all right? So make sure you hit me up if you have any questions. My cell is 773-459-8133. We do have packages and whatnot, or we can do brunch, limos, get you guys over here. We have options for after the event and whatnot. So all kinds of different fun stuff where you can make your day even more amazing than it's already going to be by coming here. So I'm looking forward to working with you out here at Drai's Beach. I'm Brian Pfeiffer, and signing out here from the Cromwell, and let's talk about Vegas soon.